Hey everybody, it's that time again. Time to talk about what's going on, not just in Collin County, but across whole DFW Metroplex. As always, before I get into the numbers, I like to give context. So, a few weeks ago, the Fed cut rates by half a point. Mortgage rates dropped. Now they've soared again. Today, in the last week or so, the 10-year Treasury bond has soared. Uh, and some data I was given. So the Fed had said that inflation was headed where it should be originally. But in the second quarter of this year, the CPI was 2% on an annualized basis. Third quarter was 3%. So did the Fed cut prematurely? There's questions about that. Now they're saying there may not be another cut. So what's that mean for mortgage rates? Well, the 10-year Treasury bill was under 4. Now today, the last I heard, it was at 4.16. So that's not a good indicator for mortgage rates. What's that mean for next year? Don't think there'll be any more cuts this year. And the cut that was baked in, pardon me, already gone in terms of mortgage rate. So rates have went back up. So what's that mean, buyers? Buyers, if you're waiting on rates to fall, don't count on it. Not this year. It's going to take a lot of things to get inflation out of the system. Is that going to happen? Don't know. We have a spending issue in our government. Inflation continues to be out of control. Oil prices again are the boogeyman. They went up $1.50 today, early today. That's part of what's driving it. CPI does not look good. None of this is a political statement. These are just facts. Also, sellers, if you're thinking of selling, yes, you're going to get less, but you're going to pay less for the next house. And buyers, it's not a buyer's market. It's more favored towards you as a buyer. You're likely to get the home under list price with some sort of seller concessions. Not a guarantee, but that's the case with a lot. As you'll see later today, the number of new listings or the number of price reductions in comparison to the number of listings is again up quite a bit, about 1,400 more price reduced listings than new listings that hit the market. So now let's get into the numbers. For all of Dallas-Fort Worth, the last 7 days, there were 3,193 new listings. That's down 282 from the week before. 602 homes went back on the market. That's down 64 from the prior week. Here's the big number. 4,544 price reductions. That's down 340 from the week before, but again, that is about 1,400 more price reductions than new listings. So sellers price accordingly. It's not that values are falling. You're just not getting what you think your house is worth. The market dictates it. And there's appraisal issues in some neighborhoods, so price it right so you don't run into that. There were 1,348 homes that went under contract last week. That's down 140 from the week before. 2,051 homes closed. That's up 96 from the prior week. 869 sellers canceled their listing. That's down 20 from the week before. And there were 391 homes that expired. That's up 45 from the prior week. Not next week, but the week after, we'll see a big spike, as there always is. For the first of the month, next week will be the last Monday of the month. So just look for that to happen. Now let's talk about what's going on in Collin County. So from homes being new to the market that haven't been sold, we're at 947. That's down 75 from the week before, to be expected. It's seasonal. Less sellers put their home on the market this time of year. And I posted some information on Facebook and LinkedIn about home sales and where we're at in comparison to a year ago. And they're down, just so you know, but that's a positive for buyers. Not as much of a positive for a seller, but most sellers are buyers. So it's positive for you in that way. You're probably going to get the home for less than when rates do eventually drop, because when they do, all the pent-up demand out there is going to drive prices up. We could see another late 2020 to 2021 price jump. We don't want to see that. I did not enjoy it. Sellers did until they had to go buy a house. Okay, now let's talk about Collin County. There are 405 homes new to the market or price changes. 193 went under contract, 142 went pending, and 207 sold. Allen had 24 new homes hit the market at a price change. 13 went under contract, 2 went pending, and 15 that sold. Lucas, 2 new homes hit the market at a price change. 1 went under contract, 4 went pending, and 3 that sold. Parker, looking for rural with a little more land. Lucas is a great place. Parker too. Parker had 4 new listings hit the market at a price change. 1 went under contract, nothing went pending, and 2 that sold. Fairview, kind of mixed there. You have some townhomes over near the villages, Fairview Town Center. And then you have some of the other neighborhoods where there's homes on big lots. 6 new homes hit the market in Fairview had a price change. 5 went under contract, nothing went pending, and 2 that sold. And Lavon, again, one of my favorite areas where a lot of new construction is going on. 17 new homes at the market at a price change. 5 went under contract, 10 went pending, and 8 that sold. Now let's talk about the 3 largest cities in the Collin and Denton County area. Number 1 this week, again, from homes being new to the market haven't been sold, is Mckinney at 208. Plano, number 2 at 147. And Frisco, number 3 at 140. Speaking of Plano, 59 new homes hit the market at a price change. 48 went under contract, 6 went pending, and 34 that sold. Frisco, 58 new homes hit the market at a price change. 41 under contract, 13 went pending, and 39 that sold. McKinney, 102 homes hit the market, had a price change. 38 went under contract, 23 went pending, and 45 that sold. You can see the inventory rising looking at those numbers, especially in McKinney. So again, a positive for buyers. For sellers, it means you have to compete with what's on the market. So if your home's not move-in ready, you're going to sit longer. Homes are sitting longer. About 72 days on average is what I'm seeing. So just keep that in mind. If you want to sell quicker, get the home move-in ready. If you can see something that's a deficiency, buyers can too. Farmersville, 1 new home hit the market at a price change. 3 went under contract, 6 went pending, and 6 that sold. And Wide Awake Wylie, 16 new homes hit the market at a price change. 6 went under contract, 5 went pending, and 7 that sold. Princeton, lots of new construction. I always talk about it every week. Lots of PIDs and MEDs out there. Princeton had 41 new homes hit the market at a price change. 5 went under contract, 48 went pending, and 17 that sold. You can see the numbers in Princeton are pretty tight. New home builders are starting to struggle again because rates have went up. So new construction might be an avenue to look for you as a new home buyer too. Melissa, for our you Buc-ee's lovers, 11 homes hit the market at a price change. 4 went under contract, 1 pending, and 6 that sold. Anna, farthest city north in Collin County, 23 new homes hit the market at a price change. 4 went under contract, 11 went pending, and 9 that sold. Again, last but not least, Van Alstyne, right there on Grayson, Collin County border. 8 new homes hit the market at a price change. 3 went under contract, 7 went pending, and 11 that sold. Glad I'm back. Hope you're enjoying my data every week. If I can create any content that you're wanting answers on, I'm happy to. Just reach out to me. All my contact information is at the end of this video. See you next week. Enjoy the cooler weather. Hopefully we'll get some rain soon. See you next time. Bye-bye.